My name is Alex Proud and I'm a gallery owner, nightclub owner, restaurateur, occasional TV presenter, man around town. I think that's most of it, so a fair bit. Don't forget 3 kids, wife, all that. That's probably a lot harder. And I'm not giving any advice on that. My career, I used to sell bulletproof Rolls Royces to the mafia. I was a Japanese art dealer. I worked on bars. I did it all, and then I was lucky enough to get a lucky break. The gallery came because someone told me of a rundown property off the Strand. I took that, and then in taking that risk, lots of other things happened, and eventually, you know, I was at a wedding with a guy called Vince Power. He lent me the money to set the bar up, and I haven't looked back since. You know, the wedding was the key bit of my life. But if I hadn't had the gallery and all the work I put into the gallery, even though it didn't make me a penny, Vince Power wouldn't have been interested in giving me that investment to start the club up. You see, and that's what I mean. The unpredictability and the wedding, well, hey, why bother working? And we all go to weddings, but if I hadn't worked, the wedding meeting would have meant nothing. And that's that combination of luck plus hard work. I'm quite old school in my attitude to education. My education taught me to think independently, to be able to confront any given problem. You know, essay writing, analysis, all those things help me in my job. I can write when needed a good proposal because I know how to write an essay. I can analyse the situation because studying politics helped me with that. So education helps you in many different ways, even basic numeracy, you know, even basic numeracy. Basic numeracy is everything. If you can't write a business plan or read a basic cash flow, you're in real trouble before you start. So it's strange, most things you learn come in use somewhere down the line, even if it isn't always obvious. So it helps me every day in every little way, but not in every big way, if that makes any sense at all. One, you're not working hard enough. I don't think I started working hard enough until I was about 33, 34. We're just innately lazy people in our 20s. It goes with the territory. Too busy going to the pub, clubbing and meeting girls and boys and all that stuff. The harder you work and the earlier you do it, the quicker you get to where you want to go to. Now, it might be you decide to consciously not do that, but you're not working hard enough, work harder. And I wish I'd known that much, much earlier on. As an extraordinary statistic someone in America did, where I think something like 95% of all successful entrepreneurs or CEOs have worked more than 65 hours a week for pretty much their whole life. 2, I think British people are dreadful at what the Americans are so wonderful at, which is utilising every contact you have. I think we're very embarrassed. It's a bit like queuing and everything, and it's ridiculous. One thing I learned early on is if I was having dinner or I met someone or so-and-so had a friend, so you'll be with someone in a pub and they go, oh, I know a guy and he runs this ad agency and you could get a job there. You follow it up the next day. And if the guy doesn't answer the phone, you follow up the day after that. Don't ever, ever be embarrassed to follow up every lead and ask the direct question, can I have a job, an investment, an hour of your time, present my case to you, whatever it is, go for it. Don't ever be embarrassed. The worst they can say is no, and that's not that bad. Number 3, you've just got to be in the game to win. So you've got to be in there doing it. So even when, at the lowest point, you haven't got a job, you haven't got somewhere, you've got to be creating, doing something, writing something, emailing someone, having an idea. Don't ever stagnate, because stagnating destroys your self-belief and your self-confidence. And when you're stagnating and lying in bed or watching TV or playing on your computer, you're not in the game and there is 0 chance you win it, not even a lottery chance. Nothing's ever going to happen to you in that place. So be self-disciplined, however tough it is. 4, be lucky. That's a weird thing. What I think I mean be lucky is see answer 1, work hard. Being lucky is working hard. No one's lucky. We make our luck. And lucky breaks happen to people who work very, very hard. Don't go around being jealous of other people. 5, do look at people who succeeded and read about them and be interested in them and learn from them. What did they do when they were your age? Because it's amazing, you know, 95%, 99% of what they did has no bearing, but you'll pick up one little thing from everyone. And picking up those little tips of advice and those routes they journey can help you so much and help you have belief that you've got the chance of making it too. Stumbling and failing is where you learn most. The Americans, again, are much better than the British at this. I think, show me a successful businessman in America who hasn't gone bankrupt and I'll show you a liar. And I think failure teaches you almost more than anything else. When you fail, you learn a vast amount very quickly. In Britain, people judge you for failure, but actually it's wrong. If you bother to go out there and try, to my mind, you're better than 99% of the people you haven't. And if occasionally that means you go down earning a few pence, as long as you did it honestly and you abide by the law, you're okay in my books. And there's a lot of other people like me who think you're okay. So even when it can feel like people are glaring at you and someone's shouting you, don't worry. You went out and you tried, learn from what went wrong, pick yourself up in your own time and go out and then show that you've learned what went wrong and be better and improve and start again. I've failed 4 separate times in my career, and you just feel awful for a little while, and then that goes, and then I go out and I'm better than I was last time, and hopefully I make more money than I did last time. But at the end of the day, you should never be afraid of failure other than to drive you on, but not to be afraid in a way where failure will ruin your life. It doesn't ruin your life. You know what? The whole world gets up the next day as if nothing happened. It might seem like the end of the world, it's not. Best career mistakes, falling out with 1 or 2 business partners. It's taught me a lot about what I should have done right in the first place, setting up companies correctly, not getting yourself into messy situations, because once you're in them, they take an awfully long time to unwind. The secret of my success, a lot of hard work, a lot of luck through being in the right place at the right time, and never losing faith. Just keeping getting up, putting myself in the right place, and eventually it comes right. Getting a job probably is a lot like chatting someone up. You have an exceptionally tiny window in which to impress someone, and actually I think it's a superb way of putting it, because that moment you know you're walking over to a girl in a club or a park or whatever, and you know that often you've got maybe 3-4 seconds where the decision's made, and it doesn't matter how funny you are after that moment. If it's gone wrong, you're dead.